Okay, so the automatic squeeze page. I'm going to show you a very awesome resource in which you can literally fill in the blanks when it comes to actually creating the squeeze page. All right, this resource is going to establish the squeeze page for you, and all you have to do is simply fill in the blanks. All right, it's that easy. They've made it that easy, and it's called 90-second squeeze page com. All right, you can get a free account on this website and you can make unlimited squeeze pages. You can make as many squeeze pages as you want. It takes only 90 seconds or even less to create, maybe even like 45 seconds, 40 seconds. All right, and it's literally a fill in the blank software. It's a fill in the blank creation software where you can actually create different styles of squeezes, of squeeze pages, of landers. And it's a professional plugins are already installed and you can use it all for free. I mean, there are services out there that do the exact same thing and it doesn't have the kind of plugins that this service has. Like for instance, it actually has exit pops. It has exit pops, and that usually requires like an external plugin to do so. But with 90-second squeeze page, you can it's literally very customizable, and it's made to maximize your conversion rate. Your click through rate, the rate of your opt-ins. All right. So just to very quickly go through the creator of the 90-second squeeze page, Russell Brunson, he's one of those above guru level entrepreneurs, all right? He's a multi-millionaire from using the exact templates that he's giving away in this 90-second squeeze page account software. All right, his this free software it's better than most of the paid products out there. All right, I'm not sure if you've probably tried some of them, but it has all these features for you to do, and it's very simple. It's very easy. Even someone with no computer skills can simply create a squeeze page just like that and start funneling massive amounts of leads through their squeeze page. All right, Russell's made it that simple. And as a side note, his stuff sells for like hundreds of dollars at bare minimum. All right, actually, just put a Google search for Russell Brunson, and this guy's made multiple multi-million-dollar companies. Doing things like internet marketing and entrepreneurship and things of that sort. I mean, this guy sells his products in the hundreds. This guy sells high ticket products, so he can just very easily give away something like this for free. Whereas like gurus or like even below level gurus, they could easily make a killing selling something like 90-second squeeze page. Now the elements of a squeeze page is as follows, and you don't need to use every single one of these elements, but these are the most common elements you'll find on a squeeze page. Sometimes I don't use videos. Sometimes I don't use bullet points, but the common elements of a squeeze page is your headline, is your subheadline. The headline is pretty much one of the most key elements, one of the most important and key elements of your squeeze page. You can say that the headline is it's the advertisement for your squeeze page. If you can't capture the person's attention in the first 3 seconds of their time, then you've already lost them. So the headline is absolutely key, and the subheadline actually supports the headline. The video tends to always increase conversion rates. It increases opt-in rates. All right, video has become a very large part of the marketing stratosphere now. All right, because it's very effective in grabbing a person's attention, especially when it's a very active video. When you're using power words. When it's very active. And now the bullet points as well. Bullet points are very effective because you can pretty much sum up a person's feelings and what the product will go through, what the freebie will go through all at once with bullet points. It's just a couple of key points that you want to emphasize that will help the person tackle a problem that they've been having. It also tends to go into the emotional factors of that person's problem as well. And when you have a squeeze page, you always want to have a call to action. What you always want to do is you always want to make sure that you're guiding the person throughout the squeeze page. You're controlling their eyes, the movement of their attention on the squeeze page. And so the call to action pretty much tells the person, hey, listen, click here to get this freebie. All right, put your email here to get this freebie. All right, the e-cover, it could help with the conversions of your squeeze page. Sometimes I personally don't use e-covers because I find them they're a distraction sometimes, but it depends on how you present it. Usually e-covers also help increase the conversion rate, just like videos. All right, and the call to action button, which is obviously, hey, click me, click this button. That's the button they're going to click to get that freebie after they sign up their email, of course. And then obviously you're going to need the autoresponder web form. If you don't have the autoresponder web form, well, guess what? You're not going to gather their email. All right. All of these elements are vital. Some of them you can actually bypass. Like sometimes, and I'll show you a couple examples very, very soon. But there are some squeeze pages where I don't include video. All right, because I feel that it could be a distraction. Same thing with the e-cover. And then there are other squeeze pages where I don't really include bullet points. But obviously, when you get to the point where you're not including video or the bullet points, well, then you're actually going to have a very poor performing squeeze page. But usually, if you stick with these 8 elements of a squeeze page, you'll have a better chance of having a very good squeeze page, a very good performing squeeze page. Now, the do nots of the squeeze page is very important. Like a lot of new people, they really want to make money as soon as possible, and so they'll make these little mistakes that can have a very long term negative effect on their entire campaign. When you create a squeeze page, you want to make sure that it is focused on one thing, and that is by getting the person's email via the bribe that you offer on the squeeze page. All right, you don't want to add any other nuances and distractions. Like for instance, social buttons. Like a lot of my new students, they would usually have social buttons on their squeeze page, and that's a big no because again, you want to keep this thing targeted. Just one little distraction that distracts away from the person putting their email in the opt-in box, uh, that could just be the end all thing that makes you miss that person's email. All right. Another thing that I found that's not very good when it comes to high converting rates is having a very long squeeze page. When you create a squeeze page, you want to make it concise. All right, you want to make it very targeted, very brief. And you want to make it very targeted in terms of like the bullet points or like the video. When I say long squeeze page, I don't just mean like a long squeeze page going from up to down, but like your video should be anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, ideally. Above 3 minutes, and you risk a very high chance of losing the person's attention. All right, so keep your squeeze page short. That includes keeping your video very short as well. When people are so like ready, they're like really ready to make money. They'll make the mistake of putting maybe like a banner, like an affiliate banner at the bottom, or maybe like a short blurb of a product or a CPA offer, and they think that okay, I might as well make a small profit from this page since I got it up already, and that's a big no-no. First of all, if you do the system right, you can make a profit anyway without compromising your squeeze page. And so you don't want to put other advertisements that distract the person's attention away from your squeeze page, away from the autoresponder opt-in box in which they put their email in. All right. You keep it very targeted when you keep their attention very focused on the squeeze page, guide their attention using the elements of the squeeze page all the way towards the opt-in box, and you're going to have a very high converting squeeze page, a very effective squeeze page.